We know that later in the course, we're going to see a lot of different business structures. We need to talk about taxation for partnerships, S Corps, LLC, sole proprietorships, C Corps, all of those wonderful types of entities. However, what do we have for you right now? This is, you could think of in multiple ways. We've got this lesson to kind of introduce you to the various types of entities, for one, which we will see again later on much more in depth with taxation. And lesson is very much more so about what are the attributes of those, being able to identify in a scenario, whether it be multiple choice question or simulation, what type of entity are we talking about based on its taxation, based on the structure, based on the types of individuals who own it. We're going to see questions asking what is the most advantageous business structure for a particular circumstance. Is it better? Would you recommend as a consultant that someone in a given example should open up an LLC or a partnership or an S Corp? We're going to talk about that and so much more. Let's see what our learning objectives are for today. Well, first, we're going to summarize the process for formation and termination of various business entities. I kind of gave you a good old overview of the types of entities we'll be seeing. We also want to summarize the non-tax operational features of these entities, because again, we're going to talk very much about the tax later on when they each have their own dedicated lessons, some even having multiple lessons. But we will touch upon the tax for sure here. Also, we want to identify the type of business entity that is best described in a given scenario for non-tax related circumstances. Again, we will talk about tax, but specifically here, we'll talk about non-tax. And those lessons also, we'll talk about different criteria. Lots of important points to know for this. I mean, this is the foundation for the entire exam. It's going to be talking about all these entities and how they're taxed. We also want to summarize the rights, duties, legal obligations, and the authority of the owners and management of these different types of entities. We want to identify the rights, duties, legal obligations, and authorities of owners and management for given scenarios, difference there. And lastly, recall the tax classification options for an LLC for federal income tax purposes. Really what that means is LLCs can be taxed as a corporation or a partnership. We'll talk about why you would do one or the other, and we're going to discuss the implications of choosing that. Let's dive right into the material and see what we got for you. Hey there! Are you ready to not only pass your CPA exams, but truly understand and enjoy the material while studying? I know it seems impossible, right? Especially to enjoy the material? We'll do it together. Tap into the power of CPA.examprep.ai, where we've got personalized quizzes, multiple choice questions, memorization guides, flashcards, simulations, all tailored to your learning. Our adaptive study planning puts you on the fastest path to success and lifts you back up if you fall behind. Avoid wasting your precious time and money attempting an exam with a low chance of passing, because who wants that? We want to get you through this process as quick as possible. Our exam readiness prediction lets you walk in with confidence, knowing that you're prepared for success on exam day. Thankfully, there's no payment method needed to get started, so why don't you come join us? Visit cpa.examprep.ai and let's achieve your exam success together.